Alpha to Omega, VHS to Beta, PlayStation to Sega, my skill is still greater. The sickest thing since VD, wicked like Ouija. Live my life crooked like the left finger on ET. Please believe me, this be the realest thing I ever wrote. Right after talking to Pop, puffing on heavy smoke. Laugh now, cry later. My only dream in life was to rock a mic if in front of you spectators and rock shell toes, not gators. Show love, not haters. I'm switching over like crossfaders to a better time and place where it's safe, and they can't judge a nigga by the color of his face, but by the content of the way that I spit these letters. I'm kicking it with white boys in old Navy sweaters, ball cap low on my eye, cause sometimes I'm listening to my style so much, I'm just trying to get by, I'm just saying.
Hey, how you guys doing? Welcome to my podcast. This is Emmanuel Marthal, and this is Life of a Filmmaker and Photographer. Right now, I'm in my car driving, heading to work right now. I work, for those who don't know, I work for the government. I work overnights. So it's like 10:09 Chicago time, and I just wanted to talk while I'm driving, and the title of the show is called Obstacles, Setbacks. As you guys know, obstacles and setbacks are real, especially for a filmmaker and a photographer. I also happen to be both, you know, and I've been going through a whole bunch of changes, a whole bunch of obstacles, and some are good, some are bad, and I just been like, frustrated with the whole process. Is like, okay, when will it end? When will everything be great? Recently, over the weekend, I shot my first music video, and I was so excited. Like, I'm not gonna lie to this. Like, I'm still excited and shocked at the same time. We started at 3 a.m. and it was amazing. The female artist, shout out to Alana for believing in me and having faith in me and giving me the opportunity to shoot, to film her. So it was pretty much a video shoot and a photo shoot and interview, and it was amazing. It was breathtaking, you know. And we started at 3 a.m. and we was done at 5 a.m. She left, and I decided to stay late and get on Facebook Live, just talk about the memories, just talk about how great feeling it was. I was still high off that success, you know, and I was excited. And the obstacle that happened during the music video, the shoot, and it was before it even happened, I was the obstacle, you know. Like, I was the one that was doubting myself. Like, I was saying, well, you sure you want to get somebody else? And I just shadowed them. She's like, no, I want you. I seen your work, you dope. And I'm asking a whole bunch of people, like, hey, how do you shoot a music video? They telling me, and I'm like, oh, okay. But I still didn't have confidence in myself, you know, like, I still didn't believe in myself until I was forced to go ahead and do it. And I'm gonna be honest, I killed it, you know, like, I believe I could do it. I'm like, yo, I want to do this. I really want to do this, you know. And it was just like that self-doubt, you know, instead of just believing in myself, knowing that I could do it. And now I'm believing in myself. Right now, I'm going to a big obstacle right now. Again, when I was telling you guys that I have a government job, I work for the post office, and so I work at the plant. I work overnights, and not long ago, I was granted access to do a detail at the station. before I got into the post office, I was a mail carrier, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the station life. To me, the station life was like it was more like a family away from home, especially when I was working in a small station. Luckily, I've been around small stations. I've been in huge stations, like big stations and everything, and they was still good. You know, don't get me wrong. But the small station, when you interact with people, you know everybody, you laugh, you joke, just experience good times, you know. And so, with the situation that I'm going through, I enjoyed it. I wasn't. It was the obstacles of that. Like, I wasn't getting a full training, meaning the people from the plant didn't give the people at the station my full access for me to learn. But I still overcame those obstacles because I was so determined to learn. I was so determined to grow. I'm the best way to describe me, I always tell people, is the engine that could. Like, that engine that could has so many obstacles, and he go out and still execute. And by me doing this detail for 3 months, I met a lot of interesting people. I met somebody that I deeply loved. You know, even though the situation didn't go out how it was supposed to go, but it was still great. You know, like, I'm still thankful for meeting her. And you know, she gave me the ability of faith. You know, with me doing this details, I was able to get a lot of equipment that I need on a faster pace. You know, and then it was so great. You know, I was able to do my podcast, and got the equipment that I need for my podcast, and I was just continuing doing. I was continuing following my dreams. I met other people who's also interested in being in the entertainment industry and like filmmaking, commercial. You know, just by the whole thing, I was doing a lot of network, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. That 3 months was the best 3 months that I had working in a postal environment. And that's the God honest truth. I do not have anything bad to say about that experience. I met a dope ass manager. I don't know if I can say her name, but I'm gonna say her name. Renee, I love her to death. She literally took the time to keep me. Like, the situation was, I wasn't able to get access to work on my own and get the fully training, but she still kept me. You know, a lot of people's mad about the situation. Like, that's not fair. Like, this, you know, why is people blocking me? Like, I always had people try to block me from my success, like, throughout my life. Like, if it wasn't from school, like, literally, honest to God, like, ever since I was a little kid, I always had people try to block me from any type of success. And the sad part about it is always been my people. You know, people who looks like me, the people who has the same skin color as me. You know, like, I'm African American. Well, I'm Haitian, but I'm also African American. So, you know, why is that? I don't know. The theory of the crab in the barrel is true among blacks. Some doesn't want people to succeed, and you have some that wants other people to succeed. And again, I'm still grateful, because at the end of the day, she could have just let me go and say, you know what, let him go. I don't have time for this. I could just go and find somebody else who I could give access, who could learn and train and do things. You know, she still kept me. She still believed in me, and I'm forever grateful for that. you know, because at the end of the day, she's a manager. You know, they got to make tough business decisions. For her to keep me, grateful. That I have nothing bad to say about her. I'm forever loyal to her. And for her to also says, if I still want to learn and grow, I can always come to her, and she's willing to take the time to help me, you know, for free. You know, like I'm not gonna be on the clock, but you know what I'm saying? It's just great people like that. You don't find great people who wants to see the next generation to grow. Like she's not getting anything out of it, you know. So I'm grateful. I met with carriers that's like, they was telling me that how much they hate their job, how much they hate working there, and I feel them, you know, cause I hate where I'm working at. You know, where I'm working at is at the plant. I'm the type person, like I'm a student. You know, I love to learn. I love to grow. They won't allow me to grow or learn anything. You know, like I'm like a caged bird. You know, they'll give me some type of freedom, but you can't get full freedom. And I was telling the carriers, and I'm also going through this right now, that don't look at that picture, that how much you hate this job. You know, look at the picture, look at the brighter side of this job. Like, this job is putting food. This job is paying for putting roof over your head. This job is also giving money to you to work on your career, on your business. You know, like I say, I could say so many bad things about the job, about the people that I work with, about the management that I have. But at the end of the day, it's helping me getting better with my business. That's how I know this is, you know, working at the post office is not my calling. You know, my calling is film life, entertainment. I love it, you know, and it's putting money into bettering myself, has become a better filmmaker and also a better dad. I have a child, I have a son, and I can't say anything bad about it. It's just like how much ill will I feel about the situation of not me growing. I'm still able to continue doing what I want to do. Like, I had a conversation with my mom earlier. My mom is, I feel like I had the dopest mom in the world. Like my mom is so amazing. We clash at times, but when I need my mom, she's always there. And my mom saw how mad I was, and she was telling me to just calm down, don't get mad. You know, it's just an obstacle. You always had obstacles in your life, and you always overcame these obstacles. Just look at it. Just look at this as another obstacle that you will defeat. You will beat. And I was telling her, I was like, but I'm tired. You know, like I'm tired of having obstacles. Like, when will it stop? And she told me, she was like, you're halfway. You know, you got the experience that you need. You got the training. You know what you need. You know what you need to do. Even though you didn't get full access to learn everything, but you still overcame. Most people would have took advantage and say, hey, I didn't get the full training. Oh well. But you still find ways to learn. You still find a way to learn how to do everything like the next person would done, and they had access to what you didn't have, but you still learn how to do it. That tells the type of person that you are. That you're a fighter. You still will find a way to get better. You halfway there. Don't give up. You know, she was telling me just continue to pray and and trusting the process and trusting God. And for those, I know I got some people who probably don't believe in God or have other religion. It's whatever belief you have. Like if you believe in God, Jehovah, Allah, or whatever, or if you just believe there's a creator, any higher being, that's take it as that. And I felt much better, because it gave me a time to sit down and think about it. Like when I was working at the station, I was closer to my house. I was able to get the equipment that I need, but I didn't have time to do my podcast like I wanted to, because I was, because my hours goes. One day I'll start at 4 in the morning, then the next day I'll start at 7, then the next day I'll start at 10, then the next day I'll start at noon. So I didn't have the, I didn't have the time to do it. Like, or some days I would work 5 days, some days I work 6 days. So it was just like my hours was going up and down. Like I didn't have the time to do it. But then I look at the plant. Don't like the people, don't like being there. It's extremely far away from my house, but I have a set schedule. That's the good part of it. I have a set schedule that I could do my podcast. So I'm thinking that maybe God or the Creator has a better plan for me. He wanted me to experience both. Maybe that he took me out from the plant to get the tools that I need, meet the interesting people, maybe touch people's lives also at the same time, and then brought me back to the plant so I could continue doing my purpose, so I could continue filming and doing everything that I need to do. Because at the plant I have a set schedule. I'm off on weekends. I work overnight, so I could do my podcast, Life of Filmmaker, my podcast in my YouTube channels. I could do it 3 days a week for this channel, and I could do 2 days of the week from the other channel, and then on my off days spend time with my son. Maybe that God is working on a plan to get me to another job that's later, because I feel it. I don't know why. I just feel it, and I believe in it, that God is working on a plan for me, that the next job that I have, because it got to be a reason for me to learn these stuff, learn, do a details, learn other stuff. So I'm assuming that God is preparing me to take me to another position, a higher position. And with that position is going to also allow me to buy more equipment than I need, and also spend time doing my business, and also spend time with my son, and also have a social life. So that's what I believe. Like I believe that's the reason. And I'm appreciative. I'm the type of person, like, hey, even when bad stuff happens to me, I'm still appreciative to it. I look at it just making me stronger, making me better. Like at the end of the day, my goal is to become a better person, a better man, a better filmmaker, a better photographer, a better human being in general. That is my ultimate goal, in life, and continue to strive in doing the things that I love to do, and reaching out to people, making people laugh. I love to make people laugh. I love to have a good time. I love to be around positive people, and I truly believe that I did touch a few people with their life, because it was just like they didn't. It was like some people didn't believe in themselves. And some people, like, I always saw the negative stuff, but I showed them there's a positive, just have that tunnel vision, follow the light, and you will reach it. Has me being the engine that could, I will reach my final destination. And all these obstacles that I'm going through is making me become a better person. And if I can handle it, if I can handle these, I'm ready to move on to the next level. And that's dope about it, you know, because it's just like being a filmmaker, you have to be a leader. You have to give out proper instructions, you know, to the actors, to your crew members, like to everybody. You have to be precise in your details. You have to follow like every details, every aspect of it to make a successful project. And that's also included as being a photographer. You know, like being a photographer, you're not just taking pictures. You also in the leadership to give the model how you want them to do the pose, how you want them to do everything else. For me, I've been fortunate that I've been in the situation of leaderships for 21 years. Like my first job, it was funny. My first job, I was working at Popeyes. I was 16 years old. I'm 37 years old. So 21 years of leadership, management, supervising. You know, I have had jobs that I made 6 figures. I have had jobs, literally at a very young age, and I was young and dumb. Boy, would it be great to make 6 figures again right now that I have the knowledge and the tools and more prepared to do it. But hey, it's coming. I believe it's coming. Yeah, I will be in the process to make 6 figures, 7 figures, be a millionaire. Hey, don't be surprised I become a billionaire. You know, and while I was working at Popeyes, being 16 years old, like it was literally a summer job, you know, and I was there for 3 months. So before my 90th day, they promoted me to become I was there for 6 or 7 weeks. They promoted me to become a supervisor. At that and it's a very interesting story, because on my 90th day, when I'm about to leave, to let them know that, hey, I'm leaving to go back to school, they called me to the office, and like everybody loved me. Like literally everybody loved me, from the managers, supervising, and the employees. They loved me. They loved my work ethic. They loved my positivity. They love how I can handle angry customers. And I always been that type of person. I know how to handle situation when it turns out to be bad. Like put a light on it of like, hey, let's come on. So they was giving me a position to become a manager, and I turned it down because I told them I was going to school. And so literally they thought that I was going to college, because they didn't know I was 16 years old. They thought I was like 18, 19 years old. Literally, yes. And so I'm like, no, I'm going to school. I can't take it. I appreciate the honor, the position. Thank you for it, but I would have to turn it down because I'm going to school. And so they asked me, they're like, so what college you going to? And I was like, I haven't decided yet. I'm too young to go to college. They're like, wait, you too young to go to college? Wait, how old are you? You know, that's how they all reaction. I'm like, 16. I just turned 16 a couple months ago. They're like, what? And then the funny part was, it was this lady, like, she was like the grandma of the crew. She said, you meant to tell me I've been taking orders from a 16-year-old? And ever since then, you guys, I've had jobs that I've been in management. The first time I owned and ran my own company, I want to say 18, 19 years old. I had my own record label. So I always been an entrepreneur. You know, I'm an entrepreneur first, then after I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a creative. And I love it. I love the fact of being in a position, owning your own company, being your own boss, being your own having your own freedom, and following your destiny. because like when I was young, somebody told me that, somebody asked me, do you know where's the richest place in the world is at? And I was like, no, where? I'm all interested, like, where's the richest place in the world? I need to go there, They told me the cemetery. And I'm like, what? The cemetery? How's the cemetery the richest place in the world? He says, because you got so many people who have so much ideas of things that they want to do, but they never done it, so they died with their dreams. And I was like, whoa. So what it was saying is, anything you want to do in life, just go out and do it. Even if you got obstacles, just go ahead and do it. Just like the Nike commercial, just like Nike, just do it. And you will become successful. You're gonna override it, Just ride the wave, continue to push, continue to grow, learn. Don't have this work attitude that you got to constantly work. Embrace the feeling and like have fun doing it. Love doing what you do. And yeah, you guys, it's just like continue to just become a better person, man. Like, honest to God, like, just grow. Anything that you want to do in life, just go out and do it. That's it. Like, don't have any excuse not to do it. People, before my son was born, my son is 3 years old, people were saying, oh, so now that your son is born, you're gonna have to put your career on hold. They're like, no. I'm still able to do my career, spend time with my son, do the 9-to-5 job. I'm also interested in going to film school too, by the way. And it's just, everything I got to do is just manage my time wisely. That's pretty much it. It's just, once I time my time wisely, I will be great. So I'm just looking for the next obstacle. I'm just looking for the next blessings, the next goals, the next step. And do I consider this situation a setback now that I'm talking to you guys? No, I don't. Because at the end of the day, I'm still able to do what I love to do. It may, at the time, it felt that it was a setback because I didn't want to work at the place that I'm working. But I use every night that I'm at work, I use as motivation that it's like, hey, I don't want to be here. Let me do my business so I won't be here anymore. It would get to the point that I don't have to worry about these people, this place, that I'll be working in the place that I love to be. Like I said, when I was working at the station, I loved it. I loved the people. Like, it was great. It was great people. Like, I don't have anything bad to say about anybody. I would say this past 3 months was one of the best 3 months of my life. I embraced it. And I don't know what God or the Creator have in plans for me, but either way it goes, let's take on, whatever challenge that I have. Let's go. As long He leads my way, be the conductor, and I'm the train, I'm down for it. And yeah, you guys, thank you for listening to my podcast, you guys. Like, I really appreciate it that everybody just listening, and I hope this podcast inspired people to be great and continue doing the things that they love. So please like, comment, subscribe, share this. Now you guys gonna see me a lot, so that I won't be posting a podcast video once a week. Now it'll be 3 times a week, and it's gonna get to the point that, hey, I'll probably be doing podcast videos 7 days a week, And yeah, thank you. I love you guys. Like, you guys have no idea how I feel right now, just talking to you guys, and letting it's like therapeutic to me. You know, like this podcast is therapeutic, and yeah, just to release anything, talk about my experience of being a filmmaker and a photographer. And I hope you guys know what I go through, so when the world knows who I am, you guys could be like, hey, we was there with Emmanuel since the beginning. You know, you guys could say y'all witnessed me from the beginning to the end, to the final destination, you know. And honestly, I'm not gonna change at all. I love it. I'm going to be the same way from having, let's say, if I got 1 subscriber to over 1 million subscribers, I'm still going to be the same. I'm still going to love it. I really love doing this podcast, and it's just great. I want to say a shout out to a few of the people that I met this summer doing this details. I want to thank my manager at the station, Renee Antoinette. Thank you. I love you. I want to thank my fellow supervisors, Miss Murphy, Miss Manuel. Thank you for teaching me. I want to thank all the carriers, all the clerks that I met. Few carriers that I met that was super cool. Davies, Brittany Tucker, Mr. Daniels. Let me see. It's a lot of people. The clerks, Mary. Miss Walls, dope. It's so many people that I can't think of the top of my head right now because I'm driving. If I didn't say your name, please don't get mad at me. I love you guys. I love you guys all. Like Mr. Pender, yeah, I definitely can't forget my Mr. Penders. That's my boy. He had me rolling. He had me laughing. Miss Green, Mama Green, she like super positive. Let me see, Miss Mitchell, Deborah Rowe, Verna. Let me see. It's just everybody. I got you guys' number, and don't worry, I'll be back in the station getting the rest of the people's number that I don't have. And the one person that I really want to thank the most, who made this experience a fun time, I just wanted to thank Ms. Abria Hardy. Thank you for being in my life. I deeply love you. I miss you, and hope to talk to you one day. I miss working with you. Like, I miss doing the whole podcast with you, and I'm not even mad about the situation. You know, like, I was never mad about the situation, and like, I really appreciative meeting you. You will always have a place in my heart, and thank you for teaching me. I also want to thank other supervisors that I met at the other station, Miss Echoes. And yeah, that's my time, you guys. I'm almost there at work, so I'm about to listen to some music, get my mind right. Boy, whoo-wee. Hey, I'm gonna think positive. So again, that's my time, you guys. Thank you. I love you guys. I value every last one of you guys. Honest to God, I really do. One love, 2 fingers, I'm out. Peace. Be easy. Much love. I got nothing but love for you guys.